Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today I'm going to unbox for you Planet Unknown. There are two versions of Planet Unknown. There's a deluxe version from the Kickstarter, and then there's the Hobby Edition, which is what they sell at retail. So this is the Hobby Edition, which just recently came out. So you can see this is a kind of a standard size box, except it is pretty deep, maybe 4 inches. So, good inch and a half deeper than most games. But you can see everything that's going to come in the box. You got these triple layer boards, the Lazy Susan. I wonder if I have to assemble that. And the planets. You can see here 1 to 6 players, about 70 minutes, ages 10 and up. All right. Now, I have played this game, but I've only played the deluxe edition. So I'll try to, explain what I notice are the differences between this Hobby edition and the deluxe edition as we go along. All right, let's get this open. All right, so there you go, the big giant Lazy Susan right in there, which is supposed to be a space station, I think, according to the rules. So that's cool. I don't really have to assemble that, and it just spins and works well. All right, cool. All right, so we've got these rovers here. Let's take a look at the rovers. So you'll have some rovers in your planet, and they'll move around collecting meteorites, I guess, that have crashed into your planet, and the life pods. So if you see these, the ones from the Kickstarter, I think the deluxe edition have a wash on them, I think is maybe the only difference there. But you know what? These are pretty nice. I'm not disappointed in those at all. All right, here's some components that are different. They have fancy plastic versions of the meteorites in the deluxe edition, but these are the wooden meteorites. But they look pretty good. Again, I would not turn my nose up at that. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, and these are the life pods. The life pods are quite a bit different visually, obviously. It's still a blue cylindrical type shape. The plastic ones are a lot nicer, I have to say, though, having played with those. And then buried in here is the start player marker, which in the deluxe edition is much larger, but I mean, who cares about that? All right, I'm just setting cards and stuff aside here for now. All right, so we've got cubes, and they're just basic cubes. I mean, they're cool. They're translucent plastic cubes. These are just tracking markers for your planet board. We'll see where those go in a minute when we pull those out, those triple layered boards. Some bags to store stuff in. That's nice. All right, let's take a look at these punch boards here. All right, so you've got, it's a polyomino game, right? So you've got these tetrominoes probably, and they're decent quality. Feels the same as what I played with before. And you got a lot of variety of not only the shapes, but then, there's always 2 different types of sort of terrain, I guess, on the shapes. And then you might have meteors. All right. And then these are the biomass tiles, which you get as a reward. And then there's these tokens, right? So you have to put one of these, I'm just going to set that aside. You have to put one of these next to your planet, and then you put another one of these next to the Lazy Susan to designate which sector of the Lazy Susan you're choosing from on your turn. All right, so we've got, obviously there's a lot of tiles here, because that's, what you're doing. You're drafting these tiles and putting them on your board to cover stuff up and score points. So I'm not going to punch all those out, but there's a look at all the different punch boards that came in here. All right, here's the rule book. All right. So it does actually talk about the expandable content, so you can see the nicer models for the life pods and such. And there's extra corporation boards, planet boards in the deluxe version, and this flux token, which I don't even know what that would be for. But anyway, you've got the components overview. You got a setup diagram. There's how to play. all the different tracks. You're moving up these tracks as you place stuff on your planet. In-game scoring, and there's a nice scoring example. It is actually a fairly simple game to explain and play. Optional modules, okay. I haven't played this 2-player or solo, but there they are. You've got the symmetric corporations, all right, and then I guess asymmetric as well. Let's see, and just lots of notes about the corporations, all right, and the planets. Oh, that is supposed to be an A. That is supposed to say asymmetric. All right, that's just the weirdest A to me. I was reading that wrong. But yeah, all right. So you can play symmetric or asymmetric, actually, as far as I know. All right. Glossary of terms. That's nice. All right, so you've got these planet boards, and they are double-sided. All right. So let's look at the back of that one. All right, that's one of them. And here's Petra. All right, and on the back of it is, I don't know, so KSB 4156. That's when, you want to give everybody the same planet. They've all got that on the back. Or front, whatever, front, back, Tartarus. But then the other side has, something unique. So there's your symmetric versus asymmetric play. All right. So there's that planet. And then again, yep. Gaia, nice. And yep, same one. Arashi. And then that one again. So again, yeah, you can get, the deluxe edition has more planets. It also has a nicer insert as well, game trays. I guess maybe this is game trays because it does say game trays on the box, but that's not much of an insert, I have to say. All right, triple layer player boards. So let's take our Civ tracker and try to slot it in there. And yeah, there you go. It holds in there. Nice, because it's triple layered. Okay. Yeah, so, you've got your Civ track and your water track. And I mentioned the different colors of the terrain. So as you place those, you move up on these tracks and you get rewards as you go up in these areas. Here's where you store life pods you've rescued. Here's where you store meteorites you've rescued. So that's basically what you've going on with this board. These boards, I assume on one side they're all the same. All right, so this is Republic and Universal Coalition. Let's take a look at some of those. Wormhole and Universal. All right, so I guess Universal is if you want everybody to play the same thing. And then otherwise you've got, a different board. Yep. All right. There's Jump Drive, Universal. All right. Horizon Group. Universal. And yep, Universal and Oasis Unlimited. All right, cool. And then this tray, which doesn't seem to serve much purpose. All right, cool. I skipped over a few things here. Let's go back to those. All right, there's a lot. Scoring sheets here. Are these double-sided? No, they're just single-sided, but there are a lot of them. So, it tells you all the ways that you can score points in the game. All right, and let's have a look at some of these cards then. All right, so here's the Civ. I'm going to open up this Civ deck here. So, that black track that I was looking at earlier, it lets you move up as you move that track, it lets you unlock different technologies, right? So you've got, level 4, and you get to choose. You don't just draw one. You get to look through all the 4, 3, 2, 1s that are available and choose from, what's left. So I'll just go through these real quick. If you're interested in reading them, you can slow down the video or pause it. But this will just show you what all of the texts are in the game. And some of them are sort of repeats because they're a bit of a set collection thing going on. You get multiple of them. All right. So it could give you an ability, it could give you a way to score points, etc. All right, so let's see. We've got the event deck. We'll open that next. This looks pretty large. So is this all event cards? All right, there's a lot of events. I didn't realize that. So the event deck, you can draw an event each turn, and there's green alerts. Just going through these quickly. All right. Orange alerts. Just dropped it. All right. All right, and red alert. Red alert. So yeah, that's it's a good variety, which is nice for replayability. All right, and then we've got some objective cards here. I do remember that there's objectives that you're competing with people next to you. All right. Oh, okay. So that must be these neighbor objectives. And then, yeah. Okay. So neighbor objectives and private objectives. So, all right. Well, there's a lot of these. So yeah, obviously a private objective, you're just trying to, do yourself. The neighbor objectives are interesting because there'll be an objective that's between you and one of your neighbors. Well, you'll have one, between you and your neighbor to the right and one to the left, and you're competing over those, right? You're the only two people at the table that are competing over those objectives. So I can show you those. All right. And so, there's win or tie. There's, no points for second place, obviously, because there's only two of you competing over them. There you go. I'm just going to go through those real quick. I don't think I'm going to have any trouble fitting this stuff back in the box either, because it looked like there was some space in the top. And, obviously at 4 inches deep, there's a lot of room. I mean, this sits on top of that tray. And then I can put all the pieces in here and just store them in here. And then, there could be some of that other stuff along the edge, like the meteors and such, which is where they were when I opened it. So, yeah. All right. There you go. So that is the hobby version of Planet Unknown, which is what you can get at retail and is the only version of the game other than the Deluxe Edition, as far as I know. All right. Well, if you have any questions about it, you can leave those in the comments below on the YouTube video. Or if you look in the description of this video, we've got a Discord channel. You can come over there, talk to us about board games, or ask any questions you have there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help us. You can subscribe to see more videos like this. And we also have all the links to our social media down below if you want to see like pictures of what we're playing or whatever. So, all right. Well, until the next time, thanks for watching, everybody.